In just a few days, the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish will knock helmets in Miami. They're playing for it all, the BCS Championship. Monday will not be the first time these two mega programs have faced off. Despite meeting only a handful of times, though, the Tide and the Irish have some history. Part of that history is on display in the Bryant Museum. Ken Gaddy is here to tell me more about it. Ken, it's good to see you again.
Appreciate you having us on. Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to you as well. You guys have a painting that's hanging up at the Bryant Museum that's one that probably a lot of the folks at home are familiar with, and it's certainly a moment in Alabama football history that sticks out to most Alabama fans.
Well, it's a great painting by Danny Moore. It's been in the museum since day one. It's one of the cornerstones of the museum, if you will. It's called The Sack, Cornelius Bennett tackling Steve Berline in 1986. It's one of those turning points in Alabama football history. You know, that's the only time we've beaten Notre Dame. And it was a great game. Cornelius Bennett not only had the sack that's immortalized here in this painting, but he had a great game, blocked a punt, scored a touchdown, so he did lots of good stuff there. You know, the contact of those two helmets here is a key point, and the artist wanted everybody to know that it was a fumble. You'll see here in slow motion the ball actually does come out. Referees did not call a fumble, so in the painting you can see the ball flying out as part of the painting there. It's a big part of the museum, and a lot of people want to argue with me sometimes that it is a photograph. It's such a great painting and so realistic. Sometimes people don't believe it's actually a painting, think it's a photograph.
Wow, and this is by Daniel Moore. Probably one of his best-known works as well, correct?
That's right. I think this is, you know, kind of when he became a big-name star, if you will.
This is his breakout work.
That's right, of this painting right here. And we do a great program with kids, with fourth graders, where we talk about writing. We actually use this painting as an example of writing, so they talk about what they see and how they can write about that painting as a paragraph with fourth graders. So that's a good program that we do with kids too.
Oh wow, well that's great. And like you said, that was Steve Berline, that's the Notre Dame game, and that is the 86, I believe, right?
86.
So that would have been Ray Perkins.
Ray Perkins.
The coach. And he did something that Coach Bryant and other Alabama football coaches before him have been unable to do, and that was beat Notre Dame.
That's right, 1-5 against Notre Dame, and hopefully we can change that on Monday. And Steve Berline has been to the museum, actually seen the painting. He does color commentating for some different networks through the years, but so he's been there to see it.
He has. Did he ever comment on what it felt like to just get
he said
cut in two by Cornelius Bennett?
He said he didn't remember a whole lot about it.
I bet he didn't. Good grief. And of course, Cornelius Bennett went on to the NFL and had a great career with the Bills, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
And was just
played in several Super Bowls with the Bills.
You go. Absolutely. Well, Ken, thank you so much for being with us today. And like you said, hopefully we'll get to see something like that on Monday.
And people have plenty of time this weekend to come by and see the painting and the rest of the museum.
There you go. And get in the mood for the game.
That's right. The kids are still out. Come on by.
Super. You can find out more about the Bryant Museum by calling 205-348-4668 or online at bryantmuseum.com.